Good morning, Friday the 13th, Cam Brar for Cam's Mortgage Minute. Apparently I was told by some of you that my last video was too long. Well, I do have a tendency to ramble sometimes, but hopefully you learned something. So today what I'm going to talk to you about is a recent finding that Equifax came up with. We've all heard so much about from all these banks, that these VPs of banks, that mortgage debt is out of control, people are going crazy with mortgages, and it's causing this potential crisis as we discussed yesterday. But it would appear that it's not mortgage debt. Recent studies from Equifax reported in the first quarter of 2012, overall credit card debt decreased by 2.1% for the same period, and if we exclude mortgages, other debt was up 3.4%. So, what's the culprit here? What are people spending money on? Well, it would appear that people are buying a lot more cars. They're leasing vehicles, financing vehicles, all sorts of things, plus other unsecured forms of debt that are not related to credit cards. Now, couple this with what the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Services wants to do, where they want to take the existing HELOC rules, and a HELOC is basically a home equity line of credit, and reduce it from 80% down to 65%. So what could that possibly mean? Well, it could mean that now a borrower has 15% less equity they can tap into for their property to pay out some of this higher interest cost debt or this revolving debt. Now, is that a good thing? Well, you know what, as I said to you yesterday, you've got to pay attention to your finances. But for them to mandate this, it's going to make it tougher. So what could it mean is that 65, if we have to cap out at that, I have to get you 15% possibly from somewhere else on a higher interest rate, which isn't going to help your overall situation. What these folks really need to stick their nose into is where all of this other debt's going. And the only way to deal with that is to educate consumers. You're not going to be able to legislate, mandate, or do anything else like that. Give people knowledge. Teach them what's happening. That's the bottom line. You can't be out there certainly enforcing rule after rule or saying, we're going to tell you this, we're going to tell you to do that. People have to learn a better way. And that's what we do here. At Auxilium, we work with you, and we want you to learn the whole process so you understand the financial process so you can make sound decisions. That's what it's about. Not legislate, but educate. Anyway, it's been Cam for Cam's Mortgage Minute. Enjoy your weekend.